The views and opinions expressed within the video content found on the Indie Comics Network are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Indie Comics Network or its sponsors.
Hey everyone, it's me, the Alikat, with my friend Mike here. He is here to join me, do some arting, hang out with the Alikat. And yeah, so Mike, tell us about yourself. Who the hell are you? And where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at mike.defont. I'm starting to work on my first Kickstarter comic book, and hopefully I can get it off the ground.
A little louder.
Oh, can't hear me?
I hear you, just very, very quiet.
Oh.
It's almost like you're whispering.
My name's Mike Defont. You can find me on Instagram at mike.defont. I'm working on my Kickstarter comic book, the first one I've ever done, and hopefully I can get it off the ground.
Fantastic, fantastic. Oh. And you're going to be drawing some stuff from your comic today, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then.
But don't be surprised if I jump around to something else, because that's how my mind ADHD works.
So. Oh, I see. Making excuses now. Got it. I've known Mike for the better part of 10 years now, easily.
Yep.
So, yeah, he's a good friend. And, well, I have my cat Rocket because of Mike.
That's true. That was
Rocket would have died if it wasn't for Mike's help. And this is the first stream without Hobbs, so I will give my moment of silence for my dear kitty. That's enough. He did bite me before he died. So, little shit needed one more bite in. But anyway, I am going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of The Crow today by drawing The Crow. I've got a roughie here already. Look at my blue lines down and everything. And I'm going to start going over it. Adding in some details. Some cool facial stuff and everything. Hopefully I get the face right, because I always have problems drawing guy faces. Don't know why. But anyway. So I'm going to be doing that today. And I've seen the new Crow movie, so you don't have to. There you go. My best review of it would be, it is the best of all the Crow movies since the original, which is not a high bar. Considering all right. I have a guilty pleasure in The Crow's Salvation. There's something about it I just like, but the rest of them are, that one's really not good either. It's pretty much Jack and shit and Jack left town. But hey, the others are just as bad. So people sometimes try to make an excuse for City of Angels. No, the movie's shit. So if they actually stuck there with the original ending, it would have been better. But it still would have been crap. But yeah, so because I sat through The Crow and immediately had to cleanse myself by watching the original. Okay, I watched the original first, then I went to see it, but that's beside the point. I just got it in 4K for my birthday, so that's what I'm doing today. And let's see. Mikey, I got your screen save out here. Let's see. Nope. All right. So I'm going to have to flip between us because, you're doing digital and have your screen saved, not using OBS to put a mirror yourself in there.
Sorry about that.
No, you're not. All right, man. Well, let's see what we can come up with. And I do have something for my pull list this week, which I've been neglecting for the past few times I've streamed. But granted, I also really haven't gotten to my comic. I haven't been able to get with my comics guy to actually get my comics lately because I've been poor. So I got some comics. Hmm. Uh, hmm. I'm popular today. No one's watching me. Oh, nope, I lied. I can see you out there, little eyeball people.
Bring up my reference on my other screen.
Yeah, I have a bit of reference up in front of me here, so I can kind of see the character. I'm actually not using James O'Barr's drawing of him though, because I found a really cool rendition of the original movie poster,
Oh yeah.
um, and I'm kind of using that. So. Although I might change it up a little bit because I do want to kind of look at Obar's drawing of him a little bit. But hey. Hmm. Uh,
All right.
Entertain people for a minute, Mike. I'll be right back.
Sure. Just creating a little silhouette here. I work my panel is very large, full page, and then I reduce them. I reduce them after I ink them, that is. But I definitely work pencil and ink full size. That was a tip that artist Bernard Chang once gave me. I sometimes frequent his art streams, and he was gracious enough to do a review of one of an earlier book I did that I do on the side for practice and learning. Very generous person.
I don't know how that thing keeps getting changed from my actual audio avatar, but it's a goofy stream. All right, so looks like Mike is roughing out some people. All right then. I'm going to switch over to what I am doing here. Well, that can actually kind of work a little bit. People can see you and me. There.
Yeah,
They won't see your mug, but hey.
that's fine.
I probably shouldn't have bothered drawing his ear, but hey, I can make the hair going around it, I guess. Oh, I should also make a bit of an announcement. Come October 1st, I will be launching a Kickstarter.
Excellent.
I'm not revealing too much of the details of what it will be, but I'll have a preview site up soon. Kind of the notify me when it launches thing will be up soon. I'm just kind of working on a few things in the background, so. And yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm not sharing what the project is just yet. But I've been working on it for quite a while. And one of the reasons I'm not saying the name is I've been able to do a lot of it without sharing really anything. So
Huh.
I find if I don't talk about it, it's more fun. I'll actually be more likely to complete it. So I always saw The Crow as being a bit of a slasher movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he fits kind of a lot of the slasher tropes, and in slasher movies, generally you're not rooting for the heroine or whoever's going to survive, or in the case of Nightmare on Elm Street, the hero. See, even then, the girl's the one that saves him in the end. So, uh, but yeah, I've always just seen it as like a very slasher-esque movie because he's this unstoppable killing machine that's, well, murdering people. You know, they definitely deserve it, especially the comic version of it. I mean, the film is definitely dark. The comic is still like hold my beer. It's a lot more visceral.
It still has an impact on me to this day when I reread it, The Crow.
Yeah, it's a damn good book. I was thumbing through it earlier just to try to get like some visual ideas for it and thing for what I wanted to do today. So definitely kind of influenced me in that sense. And like I had it growing up because my store actually carried books by Caliber and stuff like that, and eventually Tundra because it was Kevin Eastman, and Kevin Eastman's a local to these parts, so a lot of stores carry his stuff.
What was your local store called?
Back then it was Bleacher Creature.
Huh.
It was a card and comic store. It was run by a guy named Frank. He was a bit of a dick, but I got along with him.
I was about to make for a oh, what are they called? The Jerky Boys joke out of it, but I don't think the audience. I'm not
Oh
sure the audience
yes,
is old
yes, I
enough.
know what you're thinking. I know exactly what you're thinking. Um, yeah, that's yeah, Frank Rizzo though, not Frank
Frank
Rosenberg.
Rizzo.
Yeah. This is Frank Rizzo. Uh, Debating on talking about the new Crow movie and spoiling the shit out of it to ensure that nobody sees it. But anyway, you shouldn't do that though. That's not very nice of me. And I will say there were parts of it I did like. Um, I thought it had a few good moments. I thought it was interesting with some of the choices they made. Overall, it's really just not a good movie. Though. Stick with the original. I'm kind of curious how it will be looked at from people who've never seen the original. Like, I
How do you
think
mean?
that interests. Well, basically, how will people see it who have never watched the original movie but only have seen this version?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what will their reaction be? Because I mean, it fits a few things that's fairly topical to the time and things. But it just doesn't have the stylization of oh, Windows Defender yelling at me. Dismissed. It just doesn't have. I mean, the original movie basically set standards for the 90s, the mid to late 90s and early aughts for
Yeah.
filmmaking style. Like the look of the Matrix
Oh, yeah.
is it's the Crow, Blade, the Crow. You can all trace it back to the Crow. You know, the whole dark anti-hero thing. Just it was just done so well. I actually rewatched the original Blade the other day. Still holds up. It's a good movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it when I first saw it in the theater too, but you know, there weren't a lot of comic book movies at the time.
Sure weren't. That was a interesting era. Everyone would salivate for like something like, regardless of how bad it would get, they would just like, I want my comic book movie, and there were some bad ones.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, we had Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Need I say more? So it looks like you got people in business suits.
I
So
hope it
what's your
doesn't
book
look like a
about?
business, since I'm trying to do a leather jacket on one of them.
A leather jacket? Okay. Well, the suit jacket, what it looks like right now, but I mean, it's still rough.
Yeah.
So what's your book about?
It's a supernatural based tale where magic is a sort of an underground thing in the city.
So kind
And
of the world of darkness type stuff.
I'd say so, yeah. Um, it has anyone, if you remember Hellblazer, right?
Oh God, yeah.
It's
I love
heavily
I love Hellblazer. I love
this,
Constantine in general.
yeah. I
I mean,
mean,
I went
this
out of my
is
way to ensure I had his first print. Granted, I collected Alan Moore Swamp Thing,
right.
his first appearance. Yeah.
It's heavily influenced by that kind of magic portrayal of magic on Hellblazer, um, and the people can be scoundrels to a degree too. The people that help others.
Well, that works. I always like that type of stuff. So
Let's say it starts off with an incident uh, involving a supernatural being, and then some people call in a couple of. I introduce them two of the main characters, uh, and what results is they try to pursue what is going on. They try to figure out what the mystery is happening with the what is this supernatural being? What's going on behind it? Why is it causing chaos? And it takes some interesting turns that hopefully will be surprising and unexpected. I'm trying to make it very storytelling very different from the direction it'll go. Very unexpected, I hope.
Well, that definitely works.
I'm not sure if anyone's seen the movie version of it. Oh god, it's a Russian movie called Stalker.
Oh, I've seen Stalker. Stalker's good.
That kind of weirdness to it.
I can get behind this. Yeah, I definitely think I want to read this when you're finished with it, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
I would say watch it in the Russian language version if anybody wants to find it. Just make sure it's decent subtitles, unless you're, can speak Russian.
Yeah.
For some reason, I remember the English being kind of jumbled in its translation. I could be remembering that wrong, though. So,
Yeah, the movie Stalker, as opposed to the video game. I don't know if the video game has any relation to it. I'm unaware, or just inspired by it. But it was very bizarre, from what I vaguely remember of it. And the ending was neat. So I do recommend it to people.
I remember it had a fairly dark ending.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't even remember when that came out.
Well, I think it was made in the 70s or 60s.
Yeah, that makes sense. I knew it was an older film.
Yeah.
I think I saw it in the early aughts, so it's probably been close to 20 years since I've seen it. So it might be on my list to go and try to get. There's a supernatural horror action series that's kind of fun, called Night Watch.
Oh,
It's a Russian film, very good. And then they did Day Watch, which was like the sequel. They're inspired by a movie series that, not a movie, I'm sorry, a book series, which, from what I understand, Daywatch heavily veered from the actual book Daywatch.
I know we're calling Stalker Russian, but it was Russian state. It was like during the Soviet times, which makes it even more intriguing what they got away with.
Yeah. Said it was a good movie. My friend Drew has I think a relative that actually works in Russian cinema,
Oh wow.
and they'd figured out that the time it takes for like a jumbo jet to completely melt or disintegrate from fire is 12 minutes. So,
Oh my.
one of my clients just messaged me. It's like, hey, all these coming. I was hoping to make some pins out of them. And I'm like, oh, you said no rush. I put you on the back burner for the other stuff I was working. Like, yeah, I can do that this weekend. They won't take me that long.
Oh nice.
I'm turning. It's a local pinball place. Actually, it's a mutual friend of Mike and I.
Oh.
That he that he goes to. I actually did. I did like a backdrop for their 2-year anniversary for like a pinball machine backdrop. I designed one out for them. And they basically wanted me to take Andrew wanted me to take the logo and turn them into like different pride flags. So I've been loosely working on that. I have the logo, and figure actually making the logo into a pride flag probably won't take me very long. A lot of it will be probably applying a gradient map. So I know what I'm going to be doing over the weekend, aside from working on my comic.
Yeah, I've been trying to consistently work on drawing almost every day for the past 4 years.
Yeah, no, you've been basically a machine when it comes to doing art.
I definitely want to get better.
Yeah. Well, you're friends with Bernard Chang, right?
I mean, I'm a fan of his, and I'm on his stream and Discord.
Yeah, but he's like had you on his stream and all that, and like given you like critique advice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd call him a friend. I mean, he might not be like a close friend or whatnot, but I'd consider him a bit of a friend.
And Sean Chen is on there as well as Jerry Ma, and they're great. They're great people.
All of them are great. I mean, I've hung out on those streams a few times. But yeah, they're good people. But yeah, Bernard Chang has done some. He did a good critique of your stuff. I remember watching that stream.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I think it's still up on his YouTube channel. It was a very good. It was a very good critique. I loved it. Very happy with it. Telling me exactly what was going wrong.
No, that's the thing.
Which is important. Very important.
I completely agree. Been trying to get Dave to come on again, or just like hang out or something like that, but he's been very busy.
I mean, busy's good.
Yep. Also, he sucks at returning emails. So he'll even tell you that.
Change the size of this eraser. It's way too big.
So, what do you think Anne's going to say when I finish this piece?
Oh, our friend Anne. I think she'll love it. Yeah,
we're definitely fans of The Crow.
Oh yeah.
Anne is a mega fan.
No doubt. No doubt about it.
Her brother's cosplay of Eric was amazing.
It was a great looking cosplay. Trying to get the eye. It's like I said before. If you could get the eyes, I believe that if you get the eyes like believable, not just real but believable, you're 50% of the way of getting a face that's like acceptable to a viewer.
It's a whole windows to the soul thing.
Yeah.
I haven't decided if I want to put pupils in his eyes or not. Some ways I think he's more horrifying without them, but the eyes would make him look more human.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, we'll put them in. At least I'll allude to them. So you got a guy and a girl walking along.
Yep. You just did something to somebody magically and just popped up around the corner to say hello and to tell them what's going on.
Fair. That's the thing. Oh, what the... Oh, that's important. Okay. I suddenly get a flurry of messages. I was like, what the hell? Like, oh, they're not important. I don't care. Trying to organize a big trade for some of my magic cards.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my comic dealer was interested in some magic cards, and well, I have 2 sets of the Power 9, and he won't trade it to me. Yeah, I tried to get it out of him, but I was trying to get his Amazing Fantasy number 15 out of him for like a Black Lotus, because I have
Oh, wow.
like a mint condition beta Black Lotus. Actually, I got 2 of them, and he's like, "You're not getting my Amazing Fantasy 15." It's like, Allison, you're crazy. And I'm like, but it's one of the keys I've never owned. He's like, I don't care. You still won't. I'm like, damn it. But he does have a very nice set of Hulk 180 through 182. The 181 is like a 9A grade. So a little bit interested in that, like getting those 3. I mean, I already have a set of the Power 9, so I'm kind of like, I like to sell them and buy a house, but that being said, well, I should say, I like to sell them and buy a nice house. But that being said, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to get rid of. People don't have a few $1,000,000 just sitting around, apparently. I don't understand why. Yeah, he looked at them yesterday, though, and he's just like, these are beautiful. So, God, I don't think I've drawn the crow since I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have thought by now you'd done it already.
I've kind of doodled his head a few times, I think, but I haven't really done much since I was in high school with him. I mean, I was in junior high when it came out, the comic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like a junior in high school when the movie came out.
Wow.
So yeah, I remember it came out like around Halloween my junior year of high school. And I remember going to see it in the theater like 3 times in the opening weekend. Oh no, maybe it came out towards the summer, I think, of '94.
I think it was the summer. I remember a
Yeah, it
lot of.
was closer to the summer. It was like around May or something, I think. Or I don't fully remember, but I remember it came out closer to the summer. I might not have been in school at the time. It might have been my
Uh,
junior year going to my senior year. I have to look. But if anybody out there in the land of reality who remembers the month time when the original Crow came out before one of us IMDb's it, feel free to drop it in the chat. God, I was working at McDonald's at the time. I remember I had the Friday night off, but I was working on the Friday. It was after school. I was working on was going in for a few hours, and I went to pick up my paycheck so I could go cash it, and then kind of, I don't know, bum around the mall for a little bit or something before I had to go to work. And when I got in, my one of the managers was like, "Allison, John asked me to say to do whatever it takes to get you to stay till like 9 as opposed to 8." And I was like, well, I'm gonna go see The Crow. I remember I went to see a later showing.
I used to go to later showings quite often until I didn't because the crowd just got rougher and rougher as time went on. The
When I
last time I
was
went to a midnight showing was House of a Thousand Corpses.
fair, that's yeah, that was a movie.
Yeah.
Remember when that was getting released, and it was like from the visionary director of Rob Zombie, and I'm like, well, there's a market quality. I think Jeremy actually said that like at the movie, like when the preview was on or something like that. It's like from Rob Zombie. It's like there's a market quality. Uh, yeah, we were seeing the one of Romero's Dead movies. It was like the first Dead movie that he did since Day of the Dead. I forget which one it was. And like all of us are really excited to see it because we're all fans of the zombie films.
Right.
And yeah, that was one of the trailers, and we're just like, yeah, it doesn't really look that good. I don't think they even really showed anything either.
They didn't show anything in the trailer.
What?
They didn't show anything on the trailer.
I didn't hear you. What?
Oh, sorry. They didn't show anything in the trailer.
No, it was like just like the name of the movie and like some screaming or something, and I'm just like, how am I gonna get
Oh.
interested in this crap?
Huh.
I mean, I'm of the firm belief that trailers show way too much these days.
Yes, that's true.
Like, let's just say if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the action movies of the action scenes of the new Crow movie.
Jeez Louise.
I will say the action scenes are good. They're very, very visceral. Um, I think they use too much CGI for blood though. Like I would have
Oh,
preferred if they just used like squibs and stuff.
right.
But I think because of what happened with the original Crow, they were superstitious.
Huh.
It was like, as I said, there was no actual guns in the entire movie. Like, real guns. They're all fake and they use like CGI to make them shoot and stuff. Oh, it's been a really quiet stream.
How do you mean? Oh, activity on those
It's
comments?
like nobody really hanging out with us and saying anything, unless I'm not seeing it. But no one's there. Nobody likes us, Mike.
Nita said there was issues with the Facebook stuff.
What?
Nita mentioned it on our earlier in the stream on 11 o'clock show, the vlog. Nita mentioned there was issues with like not being able to see Facebook comments.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, she believed, I believe, that because she was sanctioned or whatever that was by Facebook may have affected it.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm not sharing any of her stuff though. I'm just sharing mine.
Oh, okay.
And I don't post the amount of crap that she does. So,
her posts are great.
oh God, yeah. I mean, I love Nita's
very
post.
entertained and informed about what's coming out.
Yeah, I didn't watch the 11 o'clock show this morning. I was busy doing some stuff. I had like stuff I had to do around my apartment. I was loosely planning on watching it, but I just didn't have the time.
I love that the vlog. I've always get something out of it.
Well, they're quite good. I mean, Daphne's got a lot of experience in the comics industry. She goes back to the 90s and stuff, so.
Wow.
And then just Nita's just, well, Nita.
I feel like I'm really close to getting this face right.
The woman's face?
Yeah.
I'll bring it up in a minute so people can see.
Just to redo the mouth again.
Ah, we get a few more eye people.
Oh, nice.
Come on, eye people. Feel free to hang out. Say whatever you want in the comments. If it's offensive, I'll just remove it, so. There's no freedom of speech here.
That's better mouth on her.
What?
The mouth was off. It wasn't believable. Now it's better.
Nope, I scared a few of them off. I'm a terrible, terrible woman. Bang. The mouth isn't believable. I draw anime. My mouths are usually simple lines.
Now to work on the guy.
Oh, look, I have my hair there.
Some more facial expression, I think.
One of these days I have to do a Ninja Turtles piece. I was thinking of which one I'd want to draw, and I was just like, well, probably end up drawing all four of them.
Nice.
That would be a bigger piece. I wouldn't be using these like 9x12 pieces of paper. I'd probably use maybe an 11x17. One of these days I could get back to drawing the X-Men. I really want to draw Cyclops at some point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, my friend Brendan is a huge fan of Cyclops, and I kind of want to do one for him. So, because he's always like, nobody likes Cyclops, and I'm like, oh, I'll draw him. I haven't done it yet, but I could do him. Uh, yeah, it's starting to look good. I'll give you a blow up and see how it's going. Yeah, I'm kind of liking it. Somebody's very happy.
He's probably telling her dumb joke.
Ah, so he's hamming it up, in other words, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right then. Yeah, I'm kind of liking it.
Thank you. I like how yours is coming out.
Thank you. Definitely having fun with it. I think one of my favorite parts in the original movie and the comic is when he fought with the katana.
Yeah,
Actually, in
yeah.
the new movie, I think my favorite part's when he fought with the katanas.
I remember reading it originally, like, and he broke out the katana. I was like, oh my god, where'd you get that from?
Oh, in the comic?
Great. In the comic, yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Just,
because he had it and he's like chopped the guy off at the legs. And he's like, I'm getting so cold. He's like, yeah, that happens. So I had to put a katana in his hand. what I want to do is I'm gonna dig up some different katana hilts, and like I want to really kind of do a certain kind of weave on the hilt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it could be kind of neat to like really kind of go all in on it and do something cool. I mean, I could pull up my katana and do it, but I don't really want to do the wrap on mine.
Okay.
But I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do. So, actually, let's put that down a bit more.
Made his head a little small. Let's fix that.
Hmm?
I made his head a little too small. We'll fix that a little bit.
It's not bad. Yeah, it wouldn't make it too much bigger.
No.
Shit, they found me.
I don't even hear the alarms.
Yeah, well, it was an ambulance or something. The police cars sound very like almost have like a wobble sound. It's very different. Like you know them when you hear them. You're just like, what the frick is that? Ooh, what we got here? Nope, that's Randy sending stuff out. Okay. Oh, that's right. We're going to be looking at Tarzan this Sunday on the Sunday Morning Funnies.
Oh, good.
So that should be fun. The Joe Kubert version. That should be really good. Kubert's an amazing artist.
I try to catch the Sunday funnies, and if I don't, I always watch the um, VOD.
Hmm. Yeah, that's actually where we get the most views on it is through the VOD.
Oh wow, it's great.
We did DC's Bible this past Sunday.
Oh wow.
The book is beautiful. I actually have a copy of that someplace. We gotta look at some leather jackets and stuff like that to get the shading right.
Yeah.
So his jacket will actually look leather. And when I draw up his pants to look leather, because he just likes leather. Hmm. let's see. Well, it's getting towards that time when I like to do my pull list. And like I said, I was doing one this week. So let's switch this up a bit. Solo me. And that's not what I want. So I got the pull list coming. And I got an interesting one. This is actually a new comic, came out this week. I don't have the cool hyper-violent version, though, because, well, my guy didn't have it, enough of them for me, and I didn't pre-order. So, but we're doing Wolverine Revenge, issue 1, with, it's by Hickman, Jonathan Hickman, and Greg Capullo, with Townsend on the inks, and, Plasticus, whatever it is. Sorry, I'm butchering your name on the colors. And our letterer is Corey Petit. So this takes place after Asteroid M fell into the atmosphere and EMP'd everything. And we got like the Savage Lands, Wolverine riding a Triceratops, which is just awesome. Then I'm not really sure what that is. Could be an Allosaurus. I don't really know dinosaurs that well. But it basically chomps it on the throat, kills it, then Wolverine fights the big dino. Shield shows up to help out. Oh, got Dum Duke in there. We got the classic Nick Fury's in here too. The Kirby design Nick Fury. And we get the Winter Soldier, Cap, Wolvie, and 3 red shirts jumping in. But yeah, the art in this is just amazing. I love Greg Capullo's stuff. I would like to see this in black and white. Also, I'd like to know what the difference is between this book and the red version or blood version. I think it's Red, Wolverine, Revenge, Red or something. Red Band. That's it. They call it Red Band. I think I'd like to see that version of it and see how it compares to this one. Like, what the hell are the differences?
Supposedly the Red Band's more violent.
Yeah, but this thing's pretty violent.
Huh.
I mean, this thing's really violent. I'm not going to show all of it because I don't really want to spoil it or anything, but, you know, it's good for what it is. I mean, I read it. I enjoyed it. I'm definitely looking forward to issue 2. It's Greg Capullo art. The thing I find kind of funny is I don't know if they lightened up on his basically his details, because, you know, he's like a student of McFarlane and like a heavily noodler. So yeah. I kind of expect to see like a lot more noodle details in his stuff. And he doesn't really have it in this book. I'm also wondering if there's Marvel going, lay off the noodling. This is also in memoriam to Ray Chen, who passed away on April 23rd this year. He was quite young, being born in 1967.
Wow.
It's not much older than me. It's about 10 years older than me. A little more, but not by much. No, a little less, actually. But yeah, no, overall, I like the art. I like it overall. I mean, Greg Capullo's art's always going to intrigue me. Tim Townsend on the inks is also, I mean, he's an amazing inker. I'm not sure how I really feel about the colors. And the lettering doesn't detract, so that's a good thing. But yeah, so that's Wolverine Revenge #1. Definitely recommend it. And that is my pull list for the week. You been reading any comics, Mike?
I have a huge pile of shame I've got to get through. I've just been so busy with like life and finding what little time I have to like draw. So I had to prioritize drawing first before reading.
No, that's fair.
But I think after
I
today's
can
show,
respect.
I think after today's show, I will like hammer through that stuff.
Ugh. I think I'm unfortunately gonna have to end soon. I'm
Feeling tired?
yeah, I've been very, very tired all day, and I can definitely feel the MS hitting me,
Right.
wanting me to rest. So I think unfortunately I'm gonna have to go.
Sure, we should do this again sometime.
Definitely. Well, while I'm here, let's do this. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you again?
You can find me on Instagram at mike.defont. And on the car app too, actually, at mike.defont.
Ah, going all out on things.
Yeah.
Ah. And you're going to be trying to do a Kickstarter soon, you said?
It's not gonna be soon. I want to get like this book to like that I'm working on to like be just right and do a Kickstarter maybe in a couple months or 3 months. So
That is fair. As I said, I have a Kickstarter in mind to launch on October 1st. I'll be having the preview page going up soon, probably the next few days, so people can hit the reminder page and all that other stuff. But yeah, so that's basically the show. You can find me right here on the Indie Comics Network. I try to stream every Friday at 3. Doesn't always work. And you can find me on the Sunday Funnies, and every now and then I pop in on my buddy Ian's show on Wednesday nights that he does drawing comics over on his channel. But yeah, so that's pretty much our show for the day. And I'd like to say goodbye to everybody and have a great, great weekend.
have a great weekend.
Bye.